This video will show you how to create groups in Canvas for an elementary classroom. Groups has many different purposes and lots of different ways to implement. So the first thing you'll want to do if you're going to create groups is you're going to make sure your People tab is visible for your students in the course that you're creating. So right here on the left-hand side, you have your People tab, and if it has this I crossed out, that means that it's not visible to students. Now the way you do that is you go into your settings, you can go to navigation, and then you'll have to go down to People, press on the three dots, and you're going to press Enable. Now when you press Enable, then it will take it up to that top section. Once you have it where you want it, you're going to press Save, and then you will go into your People tab. In your People tab, this is where you will see all the students in your course. To create a new group, you're going to press the plus group set. There you will be given a pop-up of options. So you can have your group set name. This is what all of the groups are working towards. So if you just wanted reading groups, then you can have that as small reading groups. If you wanted to do project group, you could name it whatever project you're working on. This right here is self-sign-up. If you allow self-sign-up, you can have students join groups independently, but you can require them to be in the same section to be in the same group, and that's what this second option is. If you wanted Canvas to create groups for you, you could tell Canvas to split students into however many groups, or split students into groups with X amount of students per group. So if you wanted Canvas to just create groups of 3 students per group, and the last option is I'll create groups later. So if you just want to create your groups later, you can also do that. So I'm going to show you first how Canvas splits into groups. So I'm going to say 3 groups. And then I can tell Canvas I want it to require members to be in the same section, or I can leave that blank for differentiated groups. Once you click on that, you have this leadership button, and that is to assign a student group leader. So you can tell Canvas to automatically assign a student group leader, or you can go on and assign one later. So if I click on this automatically assign a group leader, I can choose set the first student to join as a group leader, so the very first student that goes into the group, or I can set a random student as a group leader. So I'm just going to put it as the first student is the group leader. So I save that. And here you see that my groups are being created, and it might take a few minutes. Here you can see that Canvas has split my class into 3 different groups. So you have project 1, so that's my first project group, second project group, third project group. And you can see that they automatically assigned leaders based on the first person to join. Now I can also create a group where students sign up on their own. So I can do this as just test group, and I'm going to allow self-sign up. And I'm going to say create 0 groups now. So just a quick note, students have the same right as a teacher in groups. They can create and manipulate pages, they can add discussions, and they can delete any materials that are in their group. So just keep that in mind if you allow self-sign up. Students are placed as unassigned when self-sign up is enabled, and then they create their own groups. And the last way we can create a group is we can say, test 2, we can say I'll create groups later. So if I save that, here's my test 2, and I can go on and I can add a group. I can say my red group, and I can say that there's a limit of 4 students. And I can go through and do this for each one. Okay, so once I've created my groups that I want, I can go in and I can drag my students into the groups that I want them to be in. So you can see that as I add students, you see that it's showing me how many students are in each group. So once groups are created, you can click on the 3 dots next to the group name. So these 3 dots show visit group homepage, edit, and delete. So you can go on and edit the group anytime. So if you want to set that membership limit down, you can do that. The other option is visit group homepage. So the group homepage shows you what students have been working on. So you can see what students have been doing in the page, any discussions they may have, any files they may have uploaded. You can see the people that are in that group. And you can also see the pages that they've created. So now if we go back to our groups, we can see who is in each group. And then you can also click the 3 dots next to their name. You can either remove them from that group, you can set them as a leader, or you can move them to another group. So if I wanted to set that person as the leader, I could do that. And then I see their name right up at the top. Okay, so after you have your group set up, you can create assignments for each group. So I'm going to choose an assignment here. And in assignments, you have this group assignment label on the left near the bottom, and you can choose if it is a group assignment. If it is a group assignment, you can choose to assign grades to each student individually, and you can also choose which group set it is assigned to. So if you want this assigned to the projects group, and you want the projects to complete it as a group assignment, you can do that, and it will pop up in their group page. So groups can be used for group projects. They can be used for small groups of students, such as reading groups, math groups, and writing groups that are working on the same skill. And groups can be used the entire year or for small projects throughout the year. So I hope this video helps you understand how you can create and use groups in your elementary classroom.